Uttar Pradesh is the heart of Indian politics. It is said that if one wants to establish their power in New Delhi, they need to win UP. While UP is finally getting to know what it is like to have a double-engine growth, it wasn't the case 5 years back. The Bahubalis of Purvanchal dominated the political landscape of West Uttar Pradesh. They fired the shots both literally and figuratively. Such was the fear commanded by the Bahubalis of UP that even politicians found themselves at the back end of the pecking order. However, once the UP elections are over, these Bahubalis are set to become a relic of the past. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the National Socio-Political Analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Apurva, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI English yet, please hit the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon to receive all the recent updates. Coming back to the story, I will talk about the Bahubalis of Purvanchal, who are soon going to become extinct after the UP elections. So let's begin. With the beginning of government projects in Purvanchal in the 80s, the battle for supremacy between the mafia and the government commenced. Within a few years, the term gang war, which originated in Italy, became the identity of Purvanchal. Since then, the mafia dons, often referred to as Bahubalis, have dominated the political game of the state. However, with Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath expected to sweep the assembly elections once again, the Bahubalis of the state are sweating over their future. The Yogi administration has tamed most of them, and if the trend continues, the Bahubalis of Purvanchal might become history after the elections. Here is the list of a few of the Bahubalis that are staring at a bleak future. First in the list is Mukhtar Ansari. Once touted as the ultimate Bahubali of UP, Mukhtar Ansari commanded a reign of fear in the entire state, especially in Purvanchal during the late 90s and early 2000s. Whenever the cavalcade of Mukhtar Ansari sauntered out, there were slogans of Bahubali Bhaiya. 20 to 30 SUVs passed through a single straight line. All the vehicles used to end with the number 786, and no government machinery had the resolve to cross his way. Ansari is an alleged history cheater with almost every section of the Indian Penal Code imposable on him because he has done it all from murder to extortion. The former BSP MLA is currently facing 52 cases in the state and elsewhere, and 15 of them are at the trial stage. Originally a member of the Makhnu Singh gang, Ansari was quick to learn the ropes of violence, extortion and blood money in the 70s and climbed his way to the top. It was Ansari's alleged hand in the murder of BJP MLA Krishna Nanda Rai in 2005 that gave him the title of Bahubali. Ansari's gangsters on 5 motorcycles and a Tata Sumo allegedly surrounded Rai's car and gunned him down in a hail of gunfire. The death of Sashikant Rai, an important witness in the case who had identified Ansari's shooters, was also allegedly planned by the Mau MLA. The next name in the list is Hari Shankar Tiwari. The month of December inflicted a major blow upon the Bahujan Samaj Party. Gangster Hari Shankar Tiwari, along with his sons, joined the Samajwadi Party to contest the upcoming 7-phase elections. Along with Brahmin politics, Hari Shankar Tiwari's name is also associated with power and crime politics. Whenever there is a talk of criminalization of power, Hari Shankar Tiwari's name comes at the top of the list. Tiwari was one of the most wanted men in UP politics. Although Ghazipur and Varanasi were the centers of the mafia culture in the 80s, the genesis of it can be traced back to Gorakhpur, and the first name to emerge from there was Hari Shankar Tiwari. There was a stir in UP politics when Hari Shankar Tiwari won the elections while he was in jail during the 1985 assembly polls. This was the first case in the whole country when a mafia man won the elections by staying in the jail. He set the trend, which was followed by several high-profile Bahubalis of the state, including the aforementioned Mukhtar Ansari. Next, let's talk about Azam Khan. As for Azam Khan, the chronicles of the Muslim face of Samajwadi Party have made front-page headlines throughout the years. From threatening the DMs of the state to deploying the state machinery to find his buffaloes, Azam Khan truly epitomized everything that was wrong with Samajwadi Party in its heydays. 2 years ago, Azam Khan's name was put on an online list of land mafias by the district administration in Rampur following FIRs registered against him. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath alleged that Rampur is an example of land-grabbing culture under the previous Samajwadi Party government. Last year, Rampur police filed the charge sheet against Khan in 11 cases of land-grabbing lodged at the Ganj police station. Homes constructed on the land in Dungarpur area were demolished on charges of encroachment. On February 26 last year, Khan, his wife and son had surrendered before a local court of Rampur in connection with a case related to the alleged forgery of Abdullah's birth certificate. In December last year, Fatima obtained bail and got released from jail. Khan and Abdullah are still lodged in Sitapur district jail. Next is Atiq Ahmed. Akin to Ansari, Atiq Ahmed, a gangster turned politician, has been a 5-time state legislator in UP, apart from also being elected to the Lok Sabha once on the Samajwadi Party ticket. Atiq Ahmed has over 195 cases pending against him, including those related to murder, abduction, illegal mining, extortion, intimidation, and fraud. At the peak of the Samajwadi Party's power, Atiq was big name, and he was feared by the public and the authorities alike. Coming from a modest background, not many could have envisioned themselves as becoming the topmost gangster of the state. But Atiq not only became a gangster, but he also became an influential politician. Atiq's father used to run a horse cart at the Prayagraj railway station, but the son was obsessed with becoming rich quickly. At the age of 17, he was first accused of murder. It is said that after a few years of roaming in the wilderness of the world of crime, Atiq strengthened himself and his political alliance so much that New Delhi became his ally. In 1986, Veer Bahadur Singh's government operated in UP, while the Prime Minister was Rajiv Gandhi. Atiq's Chakia gang had become a big threat to the police itself. One day, the police, after extensive surveillance, managed to apprehend Atiq. However, soon came a call from Delhi. It is believed that a Congress MP living in Prayagraj got the news of Atiq's arrest. The news stated that MP was close to then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Thus, a call came from Delhi to release Atiq Ahmed. The police was forced to set him free under political pressure. The 2022 Assembly elections might erase the lexicon Bahubalis from the dictionary of Indian voters, and that may be the biggest achievement of the Yogi administration. Good riddance indeed.